I really enjoy watching these types of videos where people share what they are not buying rather than another haul or another shopping video that only promotes overconsumption. And I have been watching many videos under the hashtag underconsumption or underconsumption core. And many, not all of them, but many to us Europeans just look like normal consumption, which is fine. I think that normal consumption is the best response, the best way to counteract to overconsumption in a very realistic and effective way. I have a list with me, and in order to keep it very short and sweet, I have not included everything. So who knows, maybe this is turning into a series. So make sure to follow along and subscribe. Let's start with number 1, and that is a smart ring or an Oura ring. More and more people that I'm watching, like YouTubers, content creators, influencers, are wearing this odd looking ring, the Oura ring, and that is because it is being heavily promoted. They are sending millions of parcels of PR packages, and obviously they want to build credibility, which is fine. So what is this Oura ring or a smart ring? Basically, it's just a smart watch in the shape of a ring. Many claim that it's more convenient, it's more comfortable, it's less bulky, and they are like in a wellness journey and they need to measure or monitor stress level, sleep, oxygen, temperature, and whatnot. And for me, if you're hearing somebody, that's my dog. And for me personally, I just don't need to measure any of these. It makes no sense. It would add zero value to my everyday life. And I think I would start to overthink and overfixate on those results. Or have I slept 8 hours? And also, it's not a one-time purchase. You pay roughly around £350 for the hardware, for the ring, and then you also have to subscribe to a subscription model to access the software that is analyzing the data. So I think it's also a couple of pounds a month. So if you don't want to subscribe to their health service, then the ring is pretty much useless. It still analyzes some of these values, but it's just not that comprehensive. Like I said, to me, it's not necessary, and not buying it anytime soon. Let's go with number 2, and that would be luxury bags. I do own 2 luxury bags. I want to be fully transparent. They were gifted to me from a good friend, and I was considering selling them back in the day when I got them, because they are just so expensive that it almost hurt me taking them out and wearing them out in public. And I thought, I don't want it to get dirty. But I never fell into this trend of buying a little raincoat for my bag. That is never happening. So these were gifts and I'm using them. I'm very grateful, and I think that is the best thing you can do with an item you already have. Just use them alongside with your other bags. I use it all the time in rotation with my H&M bags or Stradivarius bags, and that is fine. But I am not going to buy any luxury bag in the near future, this 2026 or probably ever, because in this economy, if you're not wealthy, if you're not rich, to me, it just doesn't make sense. And personally, I view it as a weird social experiment. Also, people say that it is an investment, that you can resell your bag in the future. And while that is true, it's rarely the case. You really have to be an expert and know which model, which year, and all these things about bags to know which model really will resell. Because in most of the cases, the moment you leave the shop, the bag instantly loses a lot of value. So it's not a good investment and it's not a good financial decision. So let's go with number 3, and that would be AM and PM skincare routines. Many influencers show their 10-step and 15-step routine, and they are so excellent and they have rejuvenated already 10 years and whatnot. But for me, that just doesn't work. I have rosacea. I have very hypersensitive, reactive skin. Everything burns like hell. Yeah, it's just not a good idea for me to be experimenting and buying lots of products. Also, they do have a very short shelf life. That's also something to take into consideration. If you have many products, you have to use them up very quickly. Otherwise, they will expire very soon. Also, keep in mind, these influencers who love these products so much, most of the time, not all, they have not paid for the product. They are just being sent to them as PR. They use it because they have it, and it's the thing to do if you have it. But don't think that you need it just because they are showing lots and lots of skincare products. When I find a cream or a moisturizer or any product that works on my skin, I am loyal to that product. That's why I'm so disappointed that they have reformulated my favorite moisturizer. It's just so sad. Anyways, let's go with number 4, and that would be influencer launches. This is not because I have anything against any influencer in particular. This is just because I have never been genuinely tempted to buy anything from an influencer launch. I also highly question the degree of their involvement in the creation of the product. If they have been involved at all, apart from funding the launch, obviously they are not going to put on a lab coat and start mixing chemicals and producing or painting the logo themselves. But yeah, I just doubt their involvement. And I honestly don't trust influencers, I have noticed. So yeah, maybe someday I will try Rhode or Rare Beauty because people are genuinely loving it so much. But at this moment in time, or this 2026, I am not buying anything from any influencer. That being said, I want to make a distinction between influencers that have been professionals before becoming influencers, that have been active in the field for many years, that are experts. For example, Wayne Goss or Lisa Eldridge, they have been in the makeup industry for decades, and for them it makes sense to launch their product. And also keep in mind that their reputation is on the line, is being questioned. Makeup is their life, so I think they are more reliable and honest. But that is just my point of view. I would like to know which influencer launches you have loved the most, and also which influencer launches have disappointed you the most. That would be a very interesting thing to know. Let's go with number 5, and that has also something to do with influencers. That is overhyped products. When influencers or content creators exaggerate in their reactions and they tell you, run, don't walk. I like to pause a minute and think, let me sit down. And if you, influencer, love this product so much, in a couple of months and it's still so wonderful, maybe then I consider buying it. Maybe. I think at this point I'm just allergic to influencers and how they are not genuine about their reactions to products that they have been clearly sent to them, or that they have some sort of brand deal with a company and it's just too obvious. And I really don't like this type of behavior that is also really promoting overconsumption and instant buying, instant gratification. It's just not something that goes along with my values. This 2026, I really want to make good financial choices, and small things do count as well. That's it. This is my little list. There are plenty more things that I might film in the future, plenty more things that I'm not buying. So make sure to like this video and subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. What are you not purchasing this 2026? Let's start an interesting discussion, and I'll see you in the next one.